The Old Town Square home. In 2003, actually the day after my senior prom, we had a huge tornado come through, May 4th. Huge tornado, pretty much destroyed Stockton. Town used to be the landscape and layout of Stockton used to be beautiful, I thought. You know, a lot of old buildings, old structures. The town square was actually a town square other than that mess we just drove through that they call a square now. But Stockton will always be home, no matter where my adventures and business endeavors take me. But it's still, you know, hanging out and growing up, or being raised with my grandparents, and always growing up around older folks, like in the coffee shop. You know, most of my friends are older. You know, most of my friends, they're in their 60s, 70s, and 80s. They are, but they're people I've grown up with, and man, they're, you know, like I said, they're my friends. But it is every time I drive through the square, I think back to how town used to be growing up, and it's not the same. Not the same at all. Anyway, today's adventures are taking us out into Kansas. Mapleton, Kansas is where we're headed today. This is like day 3 of being on the road looking at timber. Yesterday was a swing and a miss. We were up there around Richland, Missouri. It was supposed to be Stoutland, but it was actually closer to Richland, which I'd never been to either place before. Which, you know, even though I didn't get to buy any timber, it was still, I enjoy getting to see new country. I do. I enjoy getting to see the countryside, the lay of the land, just different places. That's always fun for me. Now, today, we're going someplace I've been numerous times before. I actually bought a skidder out in this area a few years back. That 360 Timberjack I bought off a boy out here. But going out here to look at walnut. Then when I get down here, I'm supposed to go up around Butler, Missouri, and look at some walnut and some pecan up there. Then tomorrow we'll be at a little place kind of back over in this area up on the Osage River called Pappinsville. There's not much at Pappinsville. Never been there either. So Dad, of course, drank coffee with him this morning. He's going to haul some logs today. He cut some walnut yesterday north of his house, and he's going to haul those back into the yard. So I'm kind of jealous that Dad's getting to work, and I'm spending all this time behind the steering wheel. Because, man, it does, you know, buying your own timber. You know, we cut a lot of really good timber. We do. Yeah, I'm gonna toot our own horn there, because we cut a lot of good timber. But at the same time, there is a ton of work that goes into finding this timber. Just like today, you know, we're putting on a lot of miles today, put on a lot of miles yesterday, going to put on some miles tomorrow. But, man, that's what it takes. That stuff we cut just doesn't fall into our laps. I mean, we hunted. We worked for it. You know, we are always on the hunt for that timber. And just working Saturdays, working Sundays, man, that's what it takes. That's what it takes to stay busy all the time this day and age. Which I don't mind doing it. I mean, I do it for a job I love, for me and Dad, and for my dogs, you know, to keep us living a comfortable lifestyle. But there's times I do get tired of driving. There's no doubt about that. I do get tired of driving. So hopefully we can go out here today and find some walnut. That's what we're supposed to be looking at out here. I think we're going to be out here close to the Osage River, right close to it. The Osage River out here in Kansas is small. So we'll venture out here and see if we can find some timber and try to get back at a decent hour. Kansas has not been good to me lately. I guess I've been bragging on it too much. The last 3 or 4 trips I've had out here to Kansas to look at timber, it's just not been anything. It didn't take me 15 minutes to look at the job I come out here to look at. They had several walnut, but they were all too small. Had some Chinquapin oak. It was all too small. Had some red oak, and it was all too small. I mean, you never know until you look. I mean, I know that. I know that as well as anybody, but from my standpoint, it gets discouraging at times looking at timber and not getting anything bought, but it just seems to go in cycles. It does. I'm just kind of back roading it now. I got my GPS turned on, and I just kind of I like to see different country. The Osage River is right up here, and just right up the road there, and it's small. And sometimes I just like to, like I said, cut through, just kind of see different area. It's fun seeing places you never get to see. I could ride around back roads all day. I really could. Like, it's just something I really enjoy. It don't matter if I'm looking at timber, just out and about, put it that way. But I enjoy getting to back road and see different country, just kind of the road less traveled, but getting out here and seeing good timber. I don't usually forget that stuff. Like, if I'm driving along and I see a good patch of timber, that usually burns in my mind and I remember it. Now, out here in Kansas, it's a lot of farm country. It is, and timber's pretty hit or miss. And here, as of lately, it's been more miss than hit. I'm kind of starting to bat out here in Kansas like my Oklahoma batting average is. You know, my dad used to cut a lot of good timber down in Oklahoma, but man, I've been down there 5 or 6 times, and every time I go down to Oklahoma, I can't ever find nothing to cut. It's gets discouraging. So there's things I'd like to be doing today, but man, it's part of it. It's part of it, and I'm happy to get the phone calls. I'm happy that people call me and give me the opportunity to look at their timber. That means a lot right there. We're going to drive down the road up here, try to ease our way back over to Missouri. Just kind of enjoy the sights. It's shaping up to be a nice day, a little cool out, but nice January day to kind of round out the month here. Maybe we'll get up here and see something worth seeing. Long day of driving. Come home, did some skid steer work around the house, more or less for my Aunt Kelly that lives down below the hill. Went kind of smoothed out like a little parking area. We're going to haul some gravel in this week and make kind of like a parking lot for her kids to park their vehicles in. That way they're not parking in the road all the time. I try to take care of my Aunt Kelly the best I can. Today's, I don't know if you call this the start of a busy week or the end of a busy week. Either way, it's a busy week ahead of us. Busy week for Timber Tracker, busy week for Logger Threads, and a busy week for Turner Logging. So lots of things going on this week. So excited to have the new Timber Tracker website. It'll be up and live Tuesday. So many cool things that you can do on this website. And actually, when it comes up, we'll do a video kind of describing what all you can do with the website, what all features it offers you. It's a lot of neat stuff. It's been a lot of time and money, a lot of thoughts into the website. Just the functionality of it is incredible. It'll pair with the app really well, and that's kind of the whole idea for the app and the website to kind of work together. So big week for everything, guys. Tomorrow we're gonna look at some big timber. We're going to look at some big timber on the Osage River, on the Bates County drainage ditch, up in that area. Really excited about it. People texting me. Stop texting while I'm making videos. So, we're going to take Dad's Ranger tomorrow to look at timber because it's a big piece of ground. We're going to have to cover a lot of ground, so we're going to take the Ranger and Dad's going. And anymore, when Dad goes to look at timber, it's got to be something pretty special. Or something he gets excited about. Dad, he doesn't say it, but I think he's pretty excited to go tomorrow to look at this track of timber. I'm pretty excited about it. I won't be able to sleep at night. I won't be able to sleep at night thinking about a lot of things, but that timber's, I'm pretty excited. Anytime I get a chance to work on a new river, like I've never cut any timber on the Osage River as long as I've been logging. Dad has, but I haven't. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm pretty excited just to look at it. Look at this big timber. So that's tomorrow, and I think that's all the big things I have going on tomorrow. We've got some timber to cut this week. I'm going to try not to schedule too much timber to look at this week, just because we need to put some trees on the ground. Tomorrow will be the 4th day in a row I've been on the road looking at timber, so hopefully we can cap it off with landing a good track, because yesterday was nothing, today was nothing, so hopefully tomorrow we'll cap something off. And then, like I said, timber tracker. And we should have the shipment of shirts in for Logger Threads this week to get all the pre-orders sent out on the fuel. We've been getting a lot of pre-orders for the fuel. Excited about that. And hopefully we'll have some big news for Logger Threads and the whole Timber Dynamic company this week. So, getting off here, I'm going to drive, getting hungry. Tip, she's back there sleeping. She's always hungry. So we're going to go try to scrounge up something to eat. Guys, tomorrow I will take you along with me and Dad when we go on the Ranger ride through the river bottoms to see this big timber. So that's what tomorrow's video is going to be all about. Thanks a lot for following along. If you haven't downloaded the Timber Tracker app, you should do so. Get your Logger Threads. Those new fuel design t-shirts are pretty sweet. Guys, until tomorrow, see you later.